Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Canal Algérie's nightly news. On to the headlines. The President of the Republic extends a congratulations message to the Vice President of the AU Commission, officially installed in her new position. The Constitutional Court announces the official results of the elections relating to renewing half of the elected members of the Council of the Nation. The documentary film aired by the Algerian television harks to France's atrocities in Algeria, notably the use of chemical weapons. Lastly, the decline of the purchasing power in Morocco sparks more protest movements and serious threats to close markets. Welcome back. First off, the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, sent a message to Mahmoud Ali Youssef, Chairman of the African Union Commission, upon taking his duties. The message reads, Your Excellency, Mr. Mahmoud Ali Youssef, Chairperson of the African Union Commission, it gives me great pleasure on the occasion of your election to head the African Union Commission, assuming your new duties, to extend to you on behalf of Algeria's people and government and personally, my warmest congratulations and best wishes for success and fulfillment in your high responsibilities. Your election to this prestigious position reflects the trust that the African countries have in your competence and wide recognized experience, and it affirms the esteem in which you are held across the continent. I am confident that your leadership will contribute to strengthening the collective African effort, achieving the goals of the African Union 2063 agenda, and promoting the principles of our organization in alignment with the vision of its founding fathers. This will serve the aspirations of our people for a strong and prosperous Africa, based on security and stability. Your appointment to this position comes at a time that requires reinforcing the pillars of good governance and consolidating transparency within our continental organization, realizing our shared vision towards building a strong institution that shoulders the present's burdens and anticipates the future's prospects. As I extend my sincere congratulations to you once again, I take this opportunity to reaffirm Algeria's full support for your efforts to serve the interests of our continent. We stand ready to work with you to enhance cooperation and solidarity among the countries and peoples of our continent in order to build a stronger and more influential African Union. Please accept, Mr. President, the highest expressions of esteem and respect, concluded the head of state. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, also sent a congratulatory message to Mrs. Selma Malika Haddadi, Vice President of the African Union Commission. I am pleased to extend to you my warmest congratulations and best wishes on the occasion of your assumption of your duties as Deputy Chairperson of the African Union Commission, wishing you success in fulfilling this important responsibility. Your assumption of this high position reflects Algeria's standing on our continent and the confidence you enjoy at the continental level. Given your high competence in serving Africa's interests, I am certain that your experience and expertise will contribute to strengthening the Commission, improving its performance, and consolidating the principles of good governance within this important continental institution. As I renew my sincere congratulations, I assure you of our full support in carrying out your noble duties, providing you with the necessary assistance and coordinating with you to serve the interests of our country and our continent. Please accept, Madam Vice President, the assurance of my highest esteem and respect, concluded the head of state. This new position within the African Union will for sure allow Algeria to defend the continent's interests and causes, notably the fair ones. This leading role displayed as well Algeria's comeback at the African stage. More indications with Salim Mirah.
A significant diplomatic breakthrough for Algeria. Selma Malika Haddadi is officially installed as Vice President of the AU Commission, a key position that would allow Algeria to serve better Africa and close ranks of the continent's countries around one table, with a view to diffusing tensions and settling all the issues or even conflicts.
برهانا على مكانة الجزائر، مكانتها وعمقها الإفريقي This election denotes Algeria's position within Africa. It displays as well the trust placed in Algeria by the African countries. Algeria had a leading position in the organization of the African unity and now within the African Union.
مكانة في منظمة الوحدة الإفريقية والآن في الاتحاد الإفريقي.
Following this major achievement brokered despite harsh competition and the different political maneuvers, Algeria is now making its comeback at the African level, another breakthrough that consolidates its steadfast position regarding the fair causes in the world.
Today, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the State Minister, Minister of Foreign Affairs, the National Community Abroad and African Affairs, Ahmed Attaf, received the special representative of the UN Secretary General and the head of the United Nations Support Mission in Libya, Hannah Sirwa TTA, who is on an official visit to Algeria. On the occasion, the State Minister reiterated his congratulations to Mrs. Hannah Sirwa TTA on her appointment as head of the UN mission in Libya, confirming Algeria's readiness to provide her with all forms of support and assistance in carrying out her noble tasks. During the discussions, both parties exchanged views and analysis regarding the latest developments in the Libyan situation and the prospects for resolving the crisis in this brotherly country. In this context, Ahmed Attaf reiterated Algeria's position and the foundations upon which it stands, emphasizing the following. First, that the resolution of the Libyan crisis can only be achieved through the inclusive Libyan process, one that does not exclude or marginalize anyone. Second, the resolution of the Libyan crisis must primarily aim at strengthening Libyan national unity and safeguarding the territorial integrity of this brotherly country. Third, the solution to the Libyan crisis should prioritize the establishment and consolidation of all Libyan national institutions and eliminate all forms of division and discord in the Libyan scene. Fourth, that the key solution to the Libyan crisis lies in putting an end to foreign interference and empowering Libyans to determine their own destiny. Fifth and finally, the solution to the Libyan crisis must come through free and fair elections that legitimize the Libyan state, its institutions, and its decision makers. In other news, the Constitutional Court announced the final results of the elections for the renewal of the health of the elected members of the Council of the Nation. After ruling on the appeals, the elections took place on Sunday, March 9th. The FLN won 19 seats, followed by the National Popular Rally, or RND, with 14 seats. The Al Mustaqbal Front ranked third with 10 seats. The independent candidates got 6 seats, while the Bina and MSP movement snatched 3 seats for each, and the FFS won 2 seats, while TED ranked last with 1 seat. Coming up in our news edition. A collective iftar meal is organized in France to the benefit of our national community established there as a token of sharing and solidarity. Welcome back. Aired yesterday on all EPTV channels, the documentary Algérie Armes Spéciales exposes France's use of chemical weapons against Algerians during the War of Independence. Despite its revelations, it was pulled from France 5's schedule. Manal Maafa goes into details about the documentary.
Ce sont des centaines de documents secrets déclassifiés, avec lesquels il recompose un puzzle édifiant. 2 ans après le début de la guerre, le commandant des forces armées en Algérie, nommé 10e région militaire, s'adresse au secrétaire d'État de l'armée de terre.
A new documentary, Algérie Armes Spéciales, exposes how France used chemical weapons banned under the 1925 Geneva Protocol during its colonial war in Algeria from 1954 to 1959. The 52-minute film, directed by Claire Billet, is based on nearly a decade of research by historian Christophe Lafaille.
J'ai voulu travailler sur la mémoire de la guerre d'Algérie, je l'ai appelé.
I wanted to work on the memory of the Algerian War, and that's when I discovered this research. I was stunned to learn about France's use of chemical weapons, something almost no one knew about. It seems impossible that such history remained untold, so I began working on it over 4 years ago with Christophe Lafaille.
Que l'histoire ne soit pas écrite et que des faits historiques tels que cela ne soient pas connus.
La guerre coloniale qui est menée à ce moment-là est une guerre totale. Une guerre menée
The colonial war targeted not just the FLN and ALN, but also civilians who suffered military repression, including torture. And what remained overlooked was France's use of chemical weapons, a tactic to flush out fighters hiding in caves. While historians in France have documented these crimes, the public remains unaware. It is as if historians have proven the earth as flat. The challenge now is to bring this history to light. Despite administrative obstacles, Billet and Lafay unearthed official documents detailing how the political decision was made. They also gathered testimonies from Algerian survivors who endured the devastating effects of these weapons.
Les obstacles pour la réalisation de ce film, je pense, ont été nombreux car
Making this film was challenging as the Algerian war and colonial history remain sensitive topics. Finding witnesses was difficult. Historian Christophe Lafay located most, and we worked with Safia Rizqi in Algeria about the deep trauma of this history. Alongside torture and forced deportations, chemical warfare was another grave breach of international law by France. Even as the French government continues to suppress this dark chapter, the irreversible effects of these weapons remain a stark reminder of its colonial crimes.
A stark decline in purchasing power is worsening the already frail social life of the Moroccan population. They are now threatening to close all markets to protest against this unfair situation, notably during this month of Ramadan. Manal Maafa explains.
The Makhzen regime is still turning a deaf ear to the Moroccan people's desperate calls, denouncing their precarious economic and social living conditions. We are drained. We walked through the market and ended up leaving with empty hands. We cannot buy anything. Everything is expensive. This is becoming too much. We need a solution. It is not normal that citizens can no longer buy basic foodstuffs. In an agricultural country like ours, it is a shame that we cannot buy good product. Kelaso, it is better. We will rise up against this injustice. We will close all markets. We cannot stay silent anymore. A reality all the more bitter during Ramadan, a month meant for solidarity and compassion.
During her participation in the plenary session of the 69th session of the Commission on the Status of Women in New York, the Minister of National Solidarity, Family and Women Issues, Soraya Mouloudji, noted that the new gains achieved for working women, such as the extension of maternity leave to 5 months instead of 3, with women receiving daily wages. The state works to strengthen the role of women, implement more strategies and programs to empower women and girls, support the role of civil society organizations and youth in women's advancement programs, and enhance the role in achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. We wrap up our news with our community settled in France, where some find the warmth of family in the spirit of Ramadan at a collective iftar organized by the Abu Bakr Siddiq Mosque in Cholet, a token of solidarity and shared moments of compassion. More details with both Afaf Blouched and Manal Maafa.
It's a familiar scene at the Abu Bakr Siddiq Mosque in Shell. Every evening at the sacred hour of Maghrib prayer, faithful gather united in reflection. At the exit, volunteers welcome the faithful with dates and water, honoring a prophetic tradition. But their mission goes further. In the mosque's basement, another act of solidarity unfolds, the collective iftar. Warm meals are carefully prepared, bringing comfort to those far from home. We serve shorba and break every day here. As for the second plate, it changes. Today we have tajin zitoun. Everyone is welcomed here, no matter their background. It is a very cozy atmosphere. Here, the guests are not only the most vulnerable, but also isolated workers and lonely men seeking the warmth of community, reminiscent of Ramadan nights in their homeland. I would like to thank the mosque for the excellent welcome here. Volunteers attend to every detail, serving over 100 meals daily before sitting down themselves, a gesture of humility and brotherhood. As volunteers, we are a big family here. As in any mosque during the holy month, Taraweeh prayers set the rhythm, complemented by a spiritual program that enriches community life. The Abu Bakr Siddiq Mosque, both solemn and elegant, was built through the generosity of our nationals who continue to sustain it. Over 2,000 people attend Taraweeh or extra night prayers, and nearly 4,000 gathered for Friday prayer in a place of faith and brotherhood, which embodies the spirit of Ramadan with devotion and purity.
And with that, we end tonight's bulletin. Thank you for watching. صحة صحتكم.